Let me give time to Shamim Malende. Shamim, speak to us about your plans for Kampala.
Yeah, first and foremost, Kanri, I want to categorically state it here that I'm not going to discuss personalities here. So issues to do with Nabila, the only thing I can tell the nation is that unlike my comrades here, I have had opportunity to interact with her already. And what I learned from her, I wanted to find out the challenges that she faced, or that she has been facing, or that she's facing as the woman member of parliament, so that I can best equip myself when I take over that seat in 2021. And I learned that one of the major challenges that she has faced is about working under the Museveni regime. Even if you have the best manifesto, even if my sisters here have the best manifesto, or my moms here, you cannot implement. You wait. You wait. Even if you have your own, you have the best message, and you're going to implement, you have your good policies that you want to implement and to deliver to the people of Kampala district. There is no way you can implement it alone. You need other people. First, you need fellow members of parliament. You need fellow leaders. You need a regime that is interested in ensuring that your manifesto is implemented, or your policy, your alternatives are implemented. So that is another thing. That is why I'm running for this position as a woman member of parliament to work in Kyagulanyi's government in 2021, because I know that by 2021, Museveni is not going to be the president of the Republic of Uganda. It will be Honorable Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu in State House. That is why the difference with me is that I am not coming to parliament in 2021 to fight. Wait, I'm not coming to parliament in 2021 to fight. I'm coming to deliver service, because I believe that the regime will have changed and Kyagulanyi will be president. That is the first point. Then secondly, I'm also participating in this election to be part of changing mindsets and provide a new kind of leadership that puts our people first. Yeah, a leadership that is going to do away with transactional system of governance, mfunirawa, yeah, and replace it with a system based, or a leadership that is based on values. I want to be part of that leadership that allows peaceful transition of power at all levels. I want to be part of that leadership that is inclusive, that has integrity, and that is reliable. And I want to be part of that leadership that respects and upholds the Constitution, respect for the rule of law and democracy, plus respecting people's rights. So that is basically why I'm participating in this election. And I'm telling you that that is the kind of leadership that Kyagulanyi is going to offer in 2021 when he becomes president. And another thing, I'm not coming to parliament just to offer myself just to participate in unelective politics. For us, we believe this is a revolution. I'm very, okay, they have a right to their opinion. But for us, we are in a revolution. This Kyagulanyi generation is looking at a revolution, because Ugandans have already sent opposition members of parliament so many times, and they don't seem to see the results. So all Ugandans are focused at changing the top leadership. And that is where their focus is. It is actually disappointment when they listen to us and we are just fighting for these petty positions. So we should put our country first. We should put all Ugandans first. We should look at the top position first. And then our other interests can come afterwards. And I'm coming to expound service that I'm already giving. As you know, or if I may tell you, I have already been providing free legal services in my law firm and Kampala advocates to people power supporters, to oppressed Ugandans. Recently, we just won the Charenga extra concert case, which was which had the impact of bringing Bobi back on stage. And we believe that when this whole COVID thing is over, he will be back and to perform on stage. The Bajo case that was brought against him for offensive communication, we successfully won. So what we are looking at, I'm coming to expand the service, to add a political voice to the legal voice. Because as a lawyer, I have had exposure, I have had experiences, and I have known, and I know that sometimes the law is not enough to help.
So talk to us about the policy alternatives you talked about earlier.
Yes.
What are you bringing to parliament?
Yes. First and foremost, the most important thing in parliament is, if you're to deliver, to give results to the people of Kampala, you must first know how is Kampala run, what are the laws governing it, who are the stakeholders in Kampala, which categories of people work in Kampala, who are those people that reside there. If you want to help them, where are you supposed to go? Which other leaders are in Kampala? Because you're not going to work alone. Then you have to also analyze these different groups, like my comrade talked about it. For example, I'm going to give an example of the hawkers and the street vendors. Yeah, I have appeared several times for them in courts giving pro bono services. And the problem, they are always arrested and imprisoned for not having maybe hawkers licenses or street vendors license. But you'll find that when you go to the Kampala, to the KCCA, the authority, you'll find that there's actually no specific office handling the issue of giving them the licenses. So you see that these people are actually being arrested, but the system is not yet set up. When you go there...
You want women who vend food on the street to be given licenses?
That is what the law under which they arrest them says, that they should be having street vendors licenses. And now when they find them and they tell you, you are on the street, you don't have a license, but again, she has nowhere to run even to get the license. So these are the kind of things that we are supposed to talk about. These are the kind of things that we are supposed to address.
Okay.
And another thing, we must also address, like I'm a legal person, I've been in the justice system. I'm seeing there's a very big problem with the way the justice system works, basically. The case backlogs, what offense should take someone to prison? If, for example, you have found a hawker, in the wrong place, does it warrant you or that government to send that person to prison? Can't we think of other alternatives? For example, caution, mediation, things like that, because this is not a person who has murdered or done what. So we have a lot to do about the different laws. In Parliament, of course, when I go to Parliament, first another thing is that the laws are repressive. The bureaucracy is too much. Someone gives you instructions to defend a land matter or to file a suit for a land matter, and you're supposed to get a temporary injunction to restrain any person from selling it. But because the laws are bogus, you file the suit. Then you have to file another application to maintain the status quo. Then you file another interim application to maintain again the status quo. All those applications must be served. By the time you go to serve, the person has broken the other person's house, and and they say there's no status quo to maintain. So we need to change those laws. The bureaucracy, we must reduce on the bureaucracy by working on our laws.
Okay. Thanks, Shamim. We now take a short break.